Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here with us tonight. We're here to learn more about some essential oils, and I'm so grateful that I have one of my best friends here who is actually a Diamond Club member, and she travels the nation teaching people about essential oils and how they can improve their health. So please welcome Callie.
Thank you. I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you for opening your home, Heidi, to all of us. And Heidi has been one of my dear friends for a really long time, so thank you so much. I just want to say I'm so excited to be here because I get to share something that I'm very, very passionate about, something that has completely changed my life and the way that I take care of my family. And the purpose of this class really is to educate and empower you to take care of your family's health naturally in ways that you never thought possible. So with that, I would like to know first why you're here. What are some frustrations that you have felt with your current healthcare situation? Why are you here?
It feels like when I go to the doctor, the cost is high going to the office, and I was looking for something that's easier and more affordable.
Awesome. Okay, so more affordable healthcare right now. Okay, how about you?
Side effects. I don't like all the side effects from medications that I'm currently taking.
Okay, side effects, adverse reactions, it's very, very common. How about you back there?
I think just to learn a little bit more about natural ways to improve my health when I'm not sick as well.
Right. Oh, that's a really great thing, how to prevent illness naturally. So let me tell you that a lot of people come for a variety of reasons, many of which you already mentioned. Some want to know more about ways to prepare for emergencies, what to do when they're camping, a plethora of different reasons. And some people, there's a little joke that says, well, have you watched a TV commercial that has that with drugs lately? Have you ever watched one of those? Or, well, they're on all the time. What's your favorite side effect? Anyone have a favorite one?
Death.
Yeah, you will die. You could die taking this drug. Well, I'm here tonight because a year ago, a friend of mine shared with me a sample of essential oil. And I thought she was kind of kooky. She's not really, but I kind of thought, really, you think this is going to work? My little boy, Kenyon, was a year old and had chronic ear infections. And month after month, I took him to the doctor. He was given an antibiotic. And about a week or two later, he came down with the same ear infection. And as a mother with an infant, I felt hopeless and powerless with my little boy. I felt like that was my only option, and it wasn't working. And he was just coping with this pain. So I happened to be on the phone with my friend Melissa, and she said, Callie, would you just try an essential oil? And if it doesn't work, then you can take him back to the doctor. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Sure, I'll try it. So I put a drop of Melaleuca on a cotton ball and just put it just right here in his ear for a second, and that was it. Well, 20 minutes later, he kind of stopped fussing, and the next day he seemed completely fine. And I kind of was blown away by this, going, no, it was probably clearing up anyway. So I went to my husband and I said, okay, John, I know you have chronic sinusitis. He's had a sinus infection for months. And I said, just try this. And 2 days later, he was fine. And I thought, no, I don't know about this. And so I started experimenting on all of my neighbors. And when my neighbor got off their prescription allergy medication and my other neighbor got off their prescription insomnia medication, I finally realized that I have a gift. And because I have a gift, I have to share it. And now this is what my husband and I do, is we teach classes on essential oils. Is there a time and place when you need to go to the doctor and use modern medicine? Absolutely. Absolutely. However, I believe that you can take care of most of your medical mini emergencies right at home with essential oils. I want to be very clear, though, on 3 things. We do not prevent, treat, or cure disease. Do you know what actually prevents most diseases? What do you think prevents disease?
I'd probably say your nutrition or just your own health.
Yeah, the way you take care of your body. So your diet, your exercise, your rest, your stress management. Treat. How about treating disease? Who treats disease? Doctors, right? Doctors will treat symptoms and they'll fix broken parts, but they do not heal your body. What heals your body or cures? Do you know what it is? Go ahead.
Again, I think it's yourself, your body. If you give it the right nutrients and things that it needs, then you will heal.
Absolutely. And that is part of our wellness philosophy. Is if you give your body everything that it needs, all the nutrients and the right fuel, it can actually heal itself. And so we are an advocate for health and wellness overall. So today we're going to talk about what essential oils are, how to use them, and the best way to get them. So first off, I'm going to hand out this little tear sheet, and this is part of our presentation today. Number 1, it says, what are essential oils? Essential oils are extracts from plants. They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So a lot of times people say, well, I'll just drink peppermint tea. What are the advantages to using an essential oil? Well, 1 drop, for instance, of peppermint oil is equivalent to drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. Did you know it takes about a ton of peppermint plant material to make 1 liter of peppermint oil? So you really are using the lifeblood of this plant. And this lifeblood of the plant, so as you can see, you're looking down at this picture here. This picture is a picture of a peppermint leaf, and on that leaf you'll see an oil sac. And that oil sac is what protects the plant from disease and predators and keeps it healthy. So when we use that on our own bodies, we have the same effects. Number 2, you'll see it says it's a natural alternative to synthetic drugs. And many of you are here because you are looking for a natural alternative. So something that's really interesting to note is an essential oil can have hundreds of different compounds. Each compound has a different medicinal benefit. Okay, so I was studying a little bit last night. Have any of you heard of the wintergreen plant? Wintergreen is a beautiful plant, smells wonderful. It has so many different benefits. Well, the main ingredient in wintergreen is a chemical compound called methyl salicylate. Okay, so I actually looked up Bengay, right, last night. And on Bengay, that was the primary ingredient. And I thought, well, that's interesting. We probably already know that most of our pharmaceutical over-the-counter medications are derived from plants. Now, the interesting thing, though, is what happens is a drug company will isolate these compounds and then synthetically reproduce them in labs to be able to patent them and to keep costs low. The costs, however, we have found are actually high because these synthetic drugs cause a high risk of side effects. So we want to kind of stay away from that. Also, when we're talking about drugs and prescriptions, something that is a little disturbing to me is, I don't know if you knew this, but according to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, the biggest and fastest growing part of America's drug problem is prescription drug abuse. And over 250,000 Americans die each year from prescription drug use. 100,000 of these people are dying from properly prescribed medications, and that's just being modest. Do you know that's equivalent to 1 jumbo jet crashing every day with no survivors? That's the significance of that. And it's not something that is readily addressed or is on the news regularly. So it is quite alarming. Another thing that I love about essential oils is that they can help stop viruses and bacteria from replicating. Again, they're the lifeblood of the plant. Every plant has its natural defenses against bacteria, against viruses, even against predators. And so we're using that lifeblood, and it's having that same effect, right? So let's talk quickly a little biology here about a cell. You see it on your paper there. And basically, bacteria resides on the outside of a cell, the virus on the inside. Most pharmaceutical antibiotics are unable to penetrate the cell membrane to fight viruses. Essential oils can penetrate that cell membrane and actually stop viruses and bacteria from replicating. So right now, a hospital in Grand Junction is actually using a diffuser with an essential oil called On Guard to stop the spread of MRSA, MRSA, and it's very, very effective. And I love it. I've seen this happen firsthand on my own children that came down with the flu, and we were able to recover from that in about 24 hours versus weeks. So it works very good. Okay, the doTERRA difference. Why doTERRA and not some other oil brand? Let's talk about this really quickly. I'm going to pass around an oil that I got from a health food store. It's not the most expensive oil, and it's not the cheapest either. It's just one of the middle-of-the-road oils. And I'm going to pass around a bottle of doTERRA peppermint. And I want you to smell the difference. So smell the doTERRA oil first, and then smell the peppermint. And then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So right now in the market, there's 4 different grades of essential oils. You have your synthetic grade. Most of you probably used a synthetic oil today if you took a shower, shampooed your hair, used deodorant or perfume. These oils smell really great, however, they have no therapeutic benefit. Then you have your food grade, generally regarded as safe. So your olive oils, your vanilla extract, again, the way that they're processed, these are just for flavor, generally no therapeutic benefit. Then you have in the purple, the therapeutic grade. And these are what you're going to find at the health food stores, online. The problem with therapeutic grade, however, did you smell the difference between those oils? What was your first thought as you smelled those?
The peppermint was really, the doTERRA peppermint was really fresh and vibrant. It smelled like peppermint. The other one was it was a little nauseating to me.
Right, so obviously something's been a little compromised. Either there's another oil in there, it could have pesticides, it could have weeds, it could have a lot of filler oils, or it could be partially a synthetic oil and partially natural. So you really don't know because there is no regulation. What I love about doTERRA's oils is each bottle has a trademark that is CPTG, or Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, and this is very, very important. I never want to tell you to use oils on your skin or internally or on your children. I never want to tell you just use any oil. You make sure that you use a Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. Now, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade basically means that first off, the plant material is sourced from the native origins. Why would this be important to get plants where they grow indigenously? Why do you think? A plant's makeup is going to depend on where it grows, right? So lavender found in Utah, for instance, is going to be different from the lavender found in the high Alps of France, right? The soil, the climate, there's so many things, even the time that the plant is harvested, that's going to make a difference in the quality of the essential oil. So here at doTERRA, we only get plants where they grow indigenously. The growers are selected, trained, and monitored on harvest practices, and we hand select our growers and make sure that they're educated. We only do third-party testing. Why is this important to have a third-party test your oils?
Because if you're testing them on your own, you could make...
Right, you could fudge a little, right? So we only use third-party testing to ensure purity and potency. And lastly, certified pure therapeutic grade oils are beyond organic. They're verified pure, free of pesticides and foreign contaminants. Purity is everything. Never put your family at risk. They're also very affordable. So before, when I would take my little boy to the hospital to get his ear infection treated, do you know how much it would cost? I'm self-employed, so I have a high deductible. I spent at least $65 on his doctor visit and about $20 on his antibiotic. And this was 3 months in a row that I did this. I was spending quite a bit of money. Now when he has an ear infection, I use Melaleuca, which is 8 cents a drop. And I apply 2 drops 3 times a day. And do you know how much his ear infections now cost me? 48 cents. 48 cents. So you talked a little bit about finding a cheaper alternative. This has definitely saved me a lot of money. Essential oils work very, very fast. This is a blood sample. The first one is one that was taken by a man who was getting off a trip. He was feeling lethargic. You'll notice his blood is not free-flowing and it's kind of clumped together. He applied 1 drop of balance. I'm going to give you some balance real quick. You can experiment with it. What I want you to do is I want you to put balance just on one of your wrists. And you're going to actually see your blood oxygenated and compare it to the other one. And after 30 seconds of applying balance essential oil to the bottom of his feet, this is what his blood looked like. That next picture right there. 1 drop of essential oil can actually service every cell of your body within about 20 minutes. So the effects are quite dramatic and quite instant. Now, something that I should also mention too is essential oil is an aromatic compound, which means the molecules are so small that they can jump off the surface. This is why you can smell an essential oil from across the room. In the case of sandalwood and frankincense, some very, very valuable oils, they're so small that they can pass through the blood-brain barrier. And I've seen amazing results with frankincense and things like Alzheimer's, migraines, dementia. Okay, really quick, 3 ways to use essential oils. Anyone know? Aromatic is going to be the first one. You'll notice this diffuser behind me. Aromatic, this basically means in the air, right? So you're going to inhale them, cup your mouth and inhale them, or put them in a diffuser. Why would we do this? Anyone know? Anyone had any experience yet with aromatic use? Nobody? Okay.
The quickest way to get it into your bloodstream.
Awesome. It's a very, very quick way to get those oils into the bloodstream. Kills germs in the air. We mentioned about the hospital that's using it. It also affects mood, including depression and anxiety. So when anyone has a mood disorder, I always encourage them sitting right by a diffuser and just keep those oils running. There is a hospital right now in Tennessee called Vanderbilt that's using a diffuser and diffusing citrus oils to help elevate the mood of the nurses and doctors that work in the trauma unit. And it's been very, very effective. Topically, okay, so T, topically will mean, what do you think? Topically is on your skin, putting it on a localized area. Another good place to put it is the bottom of the feet. It enters the bloodstream within 20, 30 seconds. You can apply it to the head, feet, ears, chest, the back of the neck for overall health. The last way to use essential oils is internally. And this method is specific to doTERRA certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. Please never go to a health food store and think that you can just take those oils internally. That could be harmful to your health. Okay, ways to take oils internally would be in a gel capsule under the tongue, or you can also put it in water. Why would we do internal use? Well, some really great reasons would be if you're having digestive issues with your mouth or throat, your liver, your urogenital tract, and also if you just want to, just for overall health, it's going to be really great to use these oils internally. Quick note on essential oil safety, okay? In general, they're very safe and gentle with very few side effects, if any. The main thing that I've noticed sometimes is skin sensitivity. So if your skin is sensitive or if you're dealing with children, you're going to want to dilute with a carrier oil. I recommend doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil to use. Keep it out of the eyes, ears, and nose. And if it does get too hot, some oils are a little more caustic or hot, okay? So if you're putting an oil on and you notice it's a little intense, don't dilute it with water. Dilute it with a fractionated coconut oil. And always follow the label instructions. And if you're on a lot of medication and you have serious problems, I do advise you to go talk to your doctor before using this. So lavender, let's experiment with some oils today. I'm going to let you experiment lavender. So anyone have any experiences so far with lavender yet? Why would you use lavender?
I actually had a very bad motorcycle burn and was able to use lavender on it and filled it up, and there's just barely even a scar there.
Awesome. It's great for skin issues, great for burns. When I think of lavender, I think all things calming as well. It's a very relaxing oil. When people have insomnia or anxiety or rowdy children, lavender is a really, really great choice. It's also a natural antihistamine, and so people with allergies are finding relief using lavender. And it's one of those oils that seems to speed up healing. That's kind of what you experienced, right? How about lemon? Anyone used lemon before? I love, love lemon.
I put it in a sprayer bottle and squirt it on my kitchen counters.
Okay, natural cleaner, awesome. You can actually put that in your water right there and take a sip of that. How do you like that?
It tastes great.
It's delicious, isn't it? I love lemon. It's one of those oils that's a natural cleanser, and so I drink citrus oils every day. And let's take that lemon really quick, and we're going to put it on the styrofoam cup that I have. Go ahead. Go ahead and just a couple drops in that styrofoam cup. And in a few seconds, you'll notice a hole will be eaten through. And that's because lemon can dissolve petrochemicals. Other good things with lemon, I've seen it work really well with circulation issues, with gout. It's an antioxidant, fights infections. So people with sore throats will kind of just put that on their throat. It's also a mood elevator, and I use it when I'm getting a little ornery. Also, a lot of the other citrus oils are going to be great for anxiety and mood. Elevation is a great one. Citrus Bliss, Wild Orange, all are going to be great. Okay, let's talk about peppermint. I know we've already passed that around. Why would we use peppermint?
Every time I had a stomachache when I was growing up, my mom wanted me to take peppermint tea. So I've always associated peppermint with digestive
issues. It works very well in digestive issues. It's also one of these oils that can cool the body. So with my children with their fevers, I'll put essential oil peppermint on their back, and I'll notice that their fever will drop. Women with hot flashes love to drink peppermint oil or put it in a spritzel and spray. Also with allergies or sinus congestion, it works really great too. And with pain, I love essential oil for my headaches. I'll use peppermint sometimes. Sometimes I'll use a blend called Past Tense that doTERRA has that helps with migraines. Wintergreen's going to be another great choice for pain, as well as rosemary. So what I love about essential oils is there's always options too. So maybe you try peppermint and it doesn't work that great. Use something else. Find the oil that's going to work for you. Okay, On Guard. Let's talk really quickly about On Guard. It's one of my favorite oils. Kind of smells like fall to me. Cinnamon and clove and wild orange. So On Guard is used in several hospitals now, and people are using it kind of for an immune boost to prevent illness as well. It's very effective against viruses and bacteria, and you can dilute it in a spray bottle and spray your countertops. It's also very effective internally and in a diffuser. And I'm going to talk to you really quickly about antioxidants. What are antioxidants? Does anyone know why they're important to have in our diet?
They help aging.
Yeah. They are antioxidant, right? They're going to reduce oxidation, okay? So oxidation, when we have lots of free radicals in our body, what happens is we age really quick and we're more prone to disease. So that's why the doctors are always saying, eat lots of antioxidants. So what's something that has a lot of antioxidants? Does anyone know? What?
Blueberries.
Blueberries. People always say blueberries. Blueberries are really high in antioxidants, right? There's actually a score that determines how effective different foods are in terms of antioxidants. So it's called the Oxygen Radical Absorption Capacity score, the ORAC score. And a blueberry actually scores 2,500 on that score. Carrot only scores 250. So a blueberry is 10 times more powerful than a carrot. Well, did you know there's a wolfberry in China that scored 25,000? So that's a lot more powerful than a blueberry. But do you know what the world's most powerful antioxidant is? Anyone know? It's clove. It's clove oil. Clove actually scored over 1 million on the ORAC score. But who's going to go out and get a handful of cloves and munch on those? Anyone? Probably not. But guess what? Clove is in our On Guard, as well as cinnamon, which scored 3rd on the ORAC score. So this is something that you're going to want to take because it's going to fight aging, right? And fortify yourself against disease. It's a great oil. Melaleuca, really quick. We're going to go over this real fast. Of course, great for ear infections. Anything with the skin, it helps kill mold and bacteria. Whenever there's an infection, I'll do Melaleuca. I've seen it work well with toe fungus for those gals that like to get their feet pedicured and can't go because they're, anyway, all the good stuff, right? How about you? Why do you like Melaleuca?
I use it in place of like Neosporin when I have a cut or something.
Okay.
I put it.
Awesome. Great. It's a great choice for children too. It's something that you can use undiluted. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about Deep Blue. I love Deep Blue. I've seen it work very effectively on things like arthritis, with pain, even with headaches and migraines, fibromyalgia. I had a really dramatic experience with that, and I fell in love with this oil. So anyone in pain right now? You had a knee injury recently? Fell off your bike? Go ahead and put some of that on your knee right now. We'll see how that feels in a few minutes, okay? You can let us know a little bit later. This is going to be a great one to use on tired, aching joints. You can rub it on your muscles before and after exercise to reduce discomfort. And for a deep tissue massage, this is an amazing oil. You can also dilute it a little bit with a fractionated coconut oil, and it works great. Frankincense, one of my very, very favorite oils. I love frankincense. Have any of you experienced frankincense yet? Yes? What did you use frankincense for?
Actually, it's my dad. I'm giving it to him. He has cancer in his lung, and so we've got him on a regime using that, and think it's being helpful. I mean, we haven't gone back for the second scan yet, but.
I love frankincense oil because I have seen improvements with cancer using it. And if you want to go read more research, you can go to pubmed.gov for that. Also in the book that I'm going to show you, there's also a lot of scientific research that shows its effectiveness against cancer. So that's an excellent choice for him. One thing that I love about frankincense, again, I mentioned that the molecules in it are so small it can pass the blood-brain barrier. So I've seen really great improvements with Alzheimer's or dementia, just forgetfulness or mental cloudiness, right? Just to increase mental clarity, it's going to be a great oil. Women love to use it on their face to reduce wrinkles and to preserve the skin and make it beautiful. This is an oil, of course, that has been used for centuries, right? Thousands and thousands of years by people who knew the benefits of frankincense. And they always say, when in doubt, use frankincense. Love that oil. Breathe. I am an asthmatic, and so this is my oil of choice when I am sick. What I want you to do is go ahead and put a drop on your hand. I'm going to let you experience some breathe today. You're going to actually feel it open your airways, okay? So go ahead and put one drop here, and then I'm going to teach you a little secret that I use. It's like an inhaler. You're going to kind of just rub it in a little bit, and then you're just going to cup your hand like this. Go ahead and inhale that with your mouth. How did that feel?
It feels like it's clearing my lungs.
Yeah, you just feel it open. So asthmatics love this. When you're sick or you're congested, it's fantastic. I've seen people who have hard time sleeping at night, sleep apnea, say that they've really, really been benefited with Breathe. I use it too with my sinus infections or my hay fever. I'll just put a drop of Breathe over, cup my mouth, and wherever I go, I can take care of that right then and there. Okay, let's talk about Slim and Sassy now. It's our metabolic blend. It's our second most popular oil. It's a beautiful oil. It has a combination of several different oils in it. It helps to manage appetite and curb cravings. It enhances mood. It has mood elevating oils in it like grapefruit. It boosts your metabolism. It supports healthy insulin response, and it helps manage toxins in your body. So sometimes, like my little sister whose diet is great, she exercises tons and she can't drop those last 10 pounds. It's great for her because what it can do is actually dissolve the toxins in your body. Let me give you a little biology real quick. When you have a toxin in your body, a lot of times your body will wrap it with lipids and stick it in a fat cell. And it won't release that fat because it's protecting its body. Your body's protecting itself from the toxin. So when you're drinking citrus oils, it can dissolve those toxins, and thereby your body will naturally shed weight. So I've seen my mother drop weight by not doing anything but drinking Slim and Sassy, as well as my sister. So that's been really fun. Okay, so I am not going to be here all the time. And so what I really want to do is I want to empower you to be able to find your own resources, right? To know how to use essential oils. So this is going to be a really great book. It's called Modern Essentials. I have several essential oil books, but this is my all-time favorite. And we're going to teach you how to use it right now. So in the back of the book, you'll notice there's an index. So what's an ailment that you want to learn more about today?
Arthritis.
Okay, so let's look in the back of the book under arthritis. How about you? What do you want to learn about? We'll get your book out and...
Probably migraine headaches.
Migraines. Okay, go ahead and look at migraines. Okay, so in the back you'll have several page options, and one of those options will be in bold, okay? So tell us the page number for arthritis. When you get there, you can go ahead and tell us the page number. And we're going to turn to that, and you go ahead and turn to migraines, okay? All right, when you get to that page, you're going to see several different options for oils. You'll see some choices in red, some choices in yellow, some choices in green. Red's going to be your primary choice. And people say, do I have to use all 5 of these oils? And I usually say, well, why don't you start with what you have? And if that's not as effective as you want it to be, then maybe you do switch oils, or maybe you find the combination that works right for you. And don't get discouraged. I always tell people your body's going to react differently, and so we just need to find the oils that are going to work for you. So tell me some of the options it gives for arthritis. Deep blue, yep, and peppermint. What are other options? Frankincense. Okay, so all of those are going to be really great choices. Now you'll also see a little circle with a symbol in it, a letter in it, either A, I, or T. And so with arthritis, what is that circle What does that letter in that circle say? T. So that means topical. Again, it's going to say A, I, or T, aromatic, internal, or topical. So that means you're going to put it right on location. Migraines will be very similar. Is it past tense and peppermint? All of these are going to be great options, and you might want to try the combination to find out what's working for you. You also have a little essential oil guide, an A to Z guide. That's a handy dandy modern mini version of this book that you can take around with you as well. So moving on real quick, I need to tell you one of my very, very favorite products in doTERRA is actually the Lifelong Vitality Pack. We talked about the number 2 selling product, Slim and Sassy. It's the number 1 selling product in doTERRA. It's called the Lifelong Vitality Pack. We talked a little bit about our wellness philosophy, right? We don't prevent, treat, or cure, but we are advocates in providing the body everything that it needs in order to heal itself. And so this Vitality Pack is going to be your foundation, part of your foundation for optimal health. It comes with 3 different bottles, the Alpha CRS Plus, the Z Omega, and the Microplex VMZ. And all of these have different benefits. With these, you're going to experience increased energy, reduced pain and inflammation. And what I love about these Vitality Packs is that you also have lots of antioxidants, including your clove oil, frankincense, thyme, cumin, orange, and you're going to be taking these on a regular basis. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you don't experience less pain and more energy, you can actually return the product empty or not. And I love this because I've seen on a personal level a difference in my life as I've taken these, as well as my father, who reduced his cholesterol and reduced his blood pressure and is now in better shape than he's been in 20 years because of these doTERRA products, as well as my mother-in-law who suffers from MS, whose doctor is actually decreasing her prescription medications because she's now absorbing vitamins that she wasn't before. So I love the Vitality Pack. I recommend it for everybody. Now, there's a couple ways that you can get product, right? Traditionally, there's 3 types of people that come to these classes. People who just want to buy product, and if that's for you, I want to explain our loyalty rewards program. The second type of person loves doTERRA products but wants to know how they can get them for free. And then some of you are looking at me thinking, I want to do that. I want to be an advocate for health, and I want to reinvent healthcare. And so if that's you, let me talk about how you can do this as a business as well. So here on your paper, you'll see what's called the Loyalty Rewards Program. It's the most intelligent way to buy product. I always recommend a wholesale membership. With that wholesale membership, you're going to get 25% off retail. Okay, you can buy products at retail, but let's save you a little bit of money. Let's get a wholesale membership. And then participate in a Loyalty Rewards Program. And basically what that means is you just order product, whatever product you want, every month, and you'll start to get a percentage back in product credit. So months 1 through 3, you'll get 10% back in product credit, and that will gradually increase until it's 30% back in product credit. That's huge. That's about 55% back in rewards or in savings. So that's going to be great. You can choose any product anytime. You can cancel it anytime. And it's a minimum of 50 PV to receive product credit. You can also participate in the Product of the Month Club, which is a new program I think is fabulous. If you order a product, say Lifelong Vitality Pack and a couple of other oils, and you reach 125 PV, and you make that purchase by the 15th of the month, you'll get a free oil. Last month we got Clear Skin. It was a $30 oil, so I felt like I totally profited there. Another reason why you'll only want to order product on the Loyalty Rewards program is because the Vitality Pack is half off. So if you just order it through your membership, it's going to be close to $150. If you order it on your Loyalty Rewards pack, it's $74.50. So only get your vitamins on the Loyalty Rewards program. Okay, let's talk about now people that want to get it for free, and that's where we're going to talk about the bottom part of that paper. Now, the owners of the company, when they were deciding what kind of business model to create, a lot of companies will spend millions and even billions of dollars on marketing and advertising and place products on a store shelf, right? How many of you would buy frankincense after watching a 30-second commercial on it? Would any of you buy frankincense? I was never a huge fan of network marketing, and I actually went to the owners of the company and asked why they chose this business model for such a fabulous product. And they looked at me and they said, this is a product that has to be taught one-on-one or in a class setting by someone who cares and someone who's passionate. So instead of paying advertisers millions of dollars to advertise oils on billboards or in commercials, they compensate people who are willing to share with their loved ones and family and friends the benefits of essential oils. And so that is the model that they chose. And so you can actually be rewarded and get your oils paid for simply by sharing. So if you'll notice on your paper, if you share with 3 people and they decide to participate in the Loyalty Rewards program, you can get a bonus check of up to $59. If you continue to share with more people, as you can see, you'll get a bonus check for $250 plus. That will pay for your oils for the month and some. Now, if you look at the other numbers, those are all possible if you decide to do this as a business. And if that's you, please come talk to me afterwards. I do provide mentoring. We have a great team that provides you all the resources that you need in order to teach. And I just want to thank you for your time. It's my intention that you are educated and empowered today. But I also want to say, an education without the tools won't change your life. So I want to highly recommend tonight that you get the tools that you need to change your life. We have several options. I'll pass out an enrollment sheet and you can see the different kits that we have to get you started with a wholesome membership. And I just encourage you to get the tools that you need. Go ahead and get the kit that best suits your family's needs. And with that, I just wanted to share really quickly, again, my passion for this and why I'm doing this as a business. Not only have I seen the lives of my family members change, but financially it's been a huge blessing. A few years ago, my family was completely devastated by the economy. I never had to work outside the home. I have 3 small children. And I knew that I didn't want to work at a 40-hour job and have that job dictate my life. And so this has been a really great avenue. And I've watched one of my friends, her name's Natalie Goddard, in the same situation as me, as a stay-at-home mom, a homeschooler, now make up to $50,000 a month just sharing because she truly cares about people. And I know that that may be an exception, but for me, it's completely blessed my family financially as well. So if that's you, please talk to me and know that not only are you blessing your family financially, but you are changing the world in the way that we look at healthcare. So please know that I'm here to answer any questions. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you. And thank you again, Heidi.